everyone. Welcome to our online open day of Nazarbayev University. Thank you for joining us. And we have our special speaker, the Associate Provost of Graduate Studies, Professor Dr. Luis Rojas. Thank you for joining us. And now we are starting with the interview questions to our professor. Dear Dr. Luis Rojas, so how do you think? What makes our graduate uh, universities and universities beyond of the programs of Nazarbayev University?
Thank you, Malika. Thank you for having me today here, and thank you to the audience that joins us. Let me tell you in few words, we are in a very emerging region, and Nazarbayev University is leading in research in the whole CIS area. It's a university that attracts people, talented students who want to develop their research capacity, but also professional skills. So we are teaching in English, which is a kind of advantage to put us in context of the whole world. Also, we have a quite a significant international faculty. We are 70% international faculty with a strong diversity that give us a kind of overview from different angles of cultural views that it's very rich. And also, we have now more than 300 international students from many different countries, and we are open to receive more students. So the environment that we provide to students is really to thrive. And I would say that we try to collaborate with but we project the university competitor with the global market. I believe that this is what makes this university so unique, and we are, as you know, now in the ranking in the top 400, 500 of the world, and we are accredited internationally by QAA. All our schools have accreditation in some programs, and all schools and university as accredited. So we are giving the whole package of a world-class education to our students.
Thank you so much, dear professor. And how does NU ensure the high quality of academic programs and also the strong research in PhD and master's programs?
Very interesting question. To understand the quality, we have to understand that we are inserted in the Bologna process as part of Kazakhstan and the region. Bologna is the process that is signatory by many countries, European Union and many other countries, including Kazakhstan. That makes us to be within the framework of quality that is assured by the EHEA. And all our programs have to be through a very rigorous process of preparation, auditing, review, and that makes us capable to get the accreditation we are now holding. So this is on quality. It's a continuous process that we need to continuously be reviewing the programs, checking them, improving, making them adapted to the market, to the new realities. So the quality is quite important for us, and we keep assuring the quality of all our programs, all our processes constantly. Regarding the research side, I can tell you that our university has published thousands of papers in Q1 journals, and students, 25% of our publications are done with students. Students are part of this environment. And our publications are aiming to be in the top of the quartiles, which means we are aiming as a regular practice to highest quality. And for that purpose, we have the top laboratories, more than 250 laboratories across the campus. And we have access to supercomputers and many clusters of computers that are around the campus available for students. We have a core facility with the top state-of-the-art equipment to do microscopy, material science, chemical, life sciences. So we are really supporting very heavily the research at the top quality, and students are embedded in this environment, and they are invited constantly to participate, and they participate significantly.
Okay, thank you. And regarding the master's programs, how do a new master's programs prepare our graduates for career in industry, academia, and further research?
That's an interesting question as well. All our schools, they have an advisory board. The advisory board is integrated by companies, industries, organizations that belong to the society around Kazakhstan, industries, and so forth. And they provide feedback to keep constantly updating our programs. At the same time, our students, master students, are developing projects that in many cases are connected to the industry, and in other cases are scientific projects that are developed by the faculty with the students. So we are encouraging students to take academic mobility. We have more than 50 different countries where students can travel and stay for one semester. And this opens the door for them to exchange culturally, academically, and also to develop projects in research together with their faculty in the top highest journals that we can.
Okay, thank you so much. It's pretty clear, I think, regarding the master's program. And what about the PhD? What are the key research strengths? I mean, for PhD, what kind of research environment our doctoral students can get from the programs?
Okay, I would say that similarly, these labs that I mentioned, supercomputers and specialized facilities, they are available for PhD students. Our PhD students, we have more than 20 PhD programs at the moment. Some are in STEM and others in non-STEM. And all the students have access first to the supervisory, like I mentioned, by top faculty that belong to NU, and the laboratory facilities. But the students, typically, they take the first year of some preparation courses. Sometimes this might be shortened, sometimes might be more than 1 year. And after this period of time, the students are immersed in a full research environment. So 3 years or 2 to 3 years of only research, in which students have to be constantly doing experiments, running simulations, inquiring, trying to answer questions that they have to answer for the thesis. So what we try to create are investigators, people that are critical thinkers, capable to solve and tackle the most complicated problems that we may face nowadays in the world. And we have graduated, as of today, 220 PhD students, and I can tell you, the quality of each one of them is similar to what you find in top universities across the world, and I think they are very competitive. When they come to the graduation, they might, of course, integrate to the market of Kazakhstan to provide the workforce to develop the country industrially and also socially, because some of our students, as I said before, are social sciences, humanities, that they also can integrate their knowledge and the capacity to solve problems that are also very important for the country.
Okay, it's quite clear. If we talk about the support, how does NU supports our PhD students in their in their research? I mean, in their like participating in international academic networks. Do they in their publishing, even publications and so on, and maybe they take part in conferences themselves?
Yes, of course. All our students, PhD students, they have a scholarship that is given by NU, and some are state grants, some are NU grants, and they provide a stipend that allows them to support themselves. And on top of that, they have access to teaching assistantships and research assistantships. And these are two extra layers that we encourage students to get engaged on. And these are extra layers to give them experience in teaching in academic field, and also the research assistantships give them direct experience in the research embedded in their thesis. Both of these two figures provide them extra support on a stipend on top of the regular stipend to provide them quite enough sufficient amount of funding for their daily life. But on top of that, NU provides them with resources to do their thesis. Every student who is doing a thesis at Nazarbayev University has guaranteed the resources that they need for their thesis. That means attending conferences, doing experiments, or doing simulations, whenever these elements are part of the research. Whenever that is not included in the research, well, they are not included, but those who need, because of the thesis that they are developing, requires networking, requires research demonstrations. Most of them, they have to go abroad for some period of time, 2-3 months, to do some experiments, collect some data. And these are typically supported by RA chips when they have an RA chip, or the project of the faculty who is supervising them. So in essence, some students, depending on their discipline, depending on the research topic, they have access to extra funding for paper publication, for conferences, and so forth. And we encourage all our PhD students to get engaged in research. And research assistantships are available, so they are invited to engage with a faculty who has a project that has that funding available to support them further.
Okay. And how do you think, what qualities NU looks for from the applicants for master's and PhD programs?
It's very important. We look for, we have some minimum, let's say, formal requirements, which are normally required to any applicants, I would say, in top universities. Prior GPA, English level to be according to the minimum standards, and letter of recommendations. Besides these formal elements, we need individuals who are enthusiastic for research, who love the finding new solutions, who are energetic, responsible, honest, because we have to do new development of knowledge with academic integrity. So when the student has the minimum formal requirements, he or she is invited to an interview. In that interview, what the interviewers try to detect is the enthusiasm, the real inclination to research, which is essentially how curious, how critical thinker might this candidate be, and how energetic he or she could be to develop the 3 years of research that is embedded in the PhD. So these are more, I would say, soft skills that we know most of the applicants will have already that, and those will be developed further when they are doing the PhD. Because the PhD, as you know, is a journey. It's searching the answer of a question. So you have a question to answer, then you have a hypothesis, what could be the potential resolution of that question. Then you have to prove the hypothesis with a methodology, and then you solve that methodology, and you end up with a solution of that question. And this is the typical journey that takes 2-3 years to develop. And this is what makes us totally different from any other tool that may be developed today, like AI. AI will always be a support for any professional, but the critical thinking, the curiosity, the empathy that we have to have as humans always complement. And this is what the NU tries to convey to students, to make them integral professionals and scientists.
Thank you so much. So we are searching for the talented students. We are searching for the smart students and considering, and we are going to support such kind of students to give them the great quality knowledge. And that is why we are providing the scholarship that I wanted to mention, that we're providing the scholarships not only for local students, but also for international students. We have our ABAI scholarships, and further later I will tell you about all the requirements, how to apply to our master's and PhD programs. Thank you so much, dear Dr. Luis. And the last question that I wanted to ask you, what message would you like to share to those applicants, candidates who would like to apply and consider our graduate programs of Nazarbayev University?
Well, let me tell you, I'm from Venezuela, very far from this country, beautiful country. When I came to Kazakhstan, I came 12 years ago with the intention to spend maximum 3 years. And I got here already 12 years with plans to stay longer. This is a beautiful country, has a beautiful ecosystem, not only natural, but also for academic and scientific development. I believe anybody who comes to Kazakhstan, to Nazarbayev University, will fall in love with the culture, with the country, and the university will give you the tools that you will find in other top universities in the world, with the difference that you have a cultural background, cultural ecosystem that is really unique. I invite you to come, and I hope you will enjoy staying here as I am.
Thank you so much, dear professor. So, dear viewers, if you have any questions, you can put your questions to our associate provost of the graduate studies in the window in our chat box, and we will read these questions. So, if you don't have any questions, we can move forward. And we'll show you the our video of the campus. So just let me. Okay, so we have one question.
Oh, well, good.
Yeah. Can you please tell us about allocations of of grants for PhD, main focus on technical specialties? Hmm, interesting regarding the allocation. So, um, I will answer this question actually regarding the allocation of the PhD. Actually, we are not making the allocations through the specialties themselves and going to, for example, giving more to technicians specialties or not. So the number of the scholarships for local students and for international students will be different. And this year, actually, there will be for PhD programs. We have 200 scholarships, and you can apply to the scholarships. And also regarding the allocation, we're not giving especially to the appropriate major, so we're giving to all the programs, and it depends from the competition. For it depends on the applications of that we are getting from our students, and actually we are allocating everything equally to all the programs, but it depends on the number of applicants, it depends on the number of scholarships, and that is why we're not making like directly to only technical majors allocation to PhD programs. So dear professor, would you like to add anything?
Well, I think Malika explained it very well. We have quite significant number of scholarships. I would say this is a very generous opportunity for a top university in the world, as we are now. And I would really encourage for those talented applicants who are now watching us and those who are not watching but will receive the news from their colleagues, apply. This is an excellent opportunity to be in a top university in a great environment to develop your skills as a researcher, a scientist. So it's a unique opportunity.
So thank you so much. Thank you, dear viewers. Yes, one more question. So we have good day. I'm clinical doctor, anesthesiologist without research background, and I'm interested in improving patients' outcomes. How can I choose proposal research theme? Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking now in my good colleague Antonio Sarria Santamera, the head of the program in global health, but also you have also other colleagues in the biomedical sciences. So there are many opportunities, and what we need is to provide idea to the committee that you have a curious mind. So try to bring in your proposal an idea that is novel, something that you know is in the moment, in the current need in the world, and try to approach the idea as a potential topic, proving that you are doing your previous research, so doing your previous review of what is the current status of the art. You don't have to have the answer because the answer will be found in the thesis when you develop the thesis, but just to demonstrate your curiosity, make clear that you are open to learn new areas, and especially that you are responsible, honest person, attached to academic integrity practices, because this is what Nazarbayev University always emphasizes. And I think you will have a good chance to get a good interview and good opportunity to get into Nazarbayev University.
Okay, thank you. We have one more question. After applying for an master's program, when will the results be out, and when are we to? Okay, just a second. And when are we to arrive in the country? So actually, we have the deadline until June 1st for the, for the master's programs. For the fee paying. For the scholarships, the deadline is February 13th. So if you need to get the visa, so after getting the offer, you just approve the offer. And after that, our admissions department will send you the list of the contacts regarding the visas, where you can ask the support from like the letter to the consulate or to the embassy in order to get the visa from our Department of Internationalization. So after getting the offer from Zabaev University, you will work on getting all the necessary documents together with our departments. So there is no need to worry about the documents for visa, because our department supports our students. And one more question. What if research and professional background isn't enough for PhD? Should I still try to apply, or it's better to try later?
I mean, for the PhD, what we require, as you know, the formal, what they call formal requirements are having a master's degree completed, having the GPA that you need to prove, and the IELTS, and these minor things that I would say most of you will have. But after these are completed, what the committee of selection committee will consider is prior experience. If you have no research in your master's, for example, but if your master's was based on a thesis that you completed with a demonstration of the initial capacity to do research, and you don't have experience after the master's, that is a good start point. If your thesis in the master's has proven that you already demonstrated curiosity and tenacity to develop that small topic that you got in the master's, that is what probably the committee, the PhD committee, will consider enough to let you continue in the level of a PhD. Some others will have experience, let's say finish the master's and may have 1, 2, 3 years of experience. That also is considered, especially for non-STEM, where they will develop other skills. But for STEM, no need of experience prior to the PhD, after the master's, as far as you had a thesis that has demonstrated that you are curious and has the capacity to develop research. If you have publications in conference or journals, mention those in your application, because these are very important for the committee when they evaluate your capacity to do research at the PhD level.
Thank you. And one more question, I think. Thank you for your response. Can I apply for 2 PhD programs in one time, global health and biomedical science? I think it's possible to make that through our admissions portal. You can apply to both programs, 2 programs, and so you can register. You can choose the program, complete 2 application forms for 2 programs. So, and these application forms will be considered by our admissions office and also by the admissions committee. Actually, the other questions that we have related to the requirements and how to apply and the stipends, that I will cover these questions later, because we are going to have our presentation about the requirements, the scholarships and stipends, and the requirements for master's and PhD programs. Thank you again, dear viewers, for your questions. Thank you again, Dr. Luis Rojas. So now we are switching on the video about the dormitory campus, and after that, we will continue with our presentation about Zabaev University.
Thank you, the audience. Good luck with your applications.
International students reside, find friends, and enjoy an amazing student life. The skywalk connects the main campus to all dormitory blocks. In Astana's cold wind and freezing temperature, you don't need to go outside. Just go through the skywalk and you can access all dormitory blocks from here. The atrium of the dormitory blocks is not only a great place to study in groups, but also to spend time and have fun with your friends and dorm mates. Our students live in the best conditions designed to help them focus on their studies and student life. The rooms are equipped with everything for comfortable living, and the bathrooms are individual for each room. Each floor of the dormitory block has its own spacious kitchen, where students can cook their favorite meals and share it with their friends in a warm atmosphere. There is no need to leave the campus to go to the cinema, because we have a cinema hall right in here in the dormitory itself. From cozy movie nights to student club events, you can enjoy it all here. Each student club has their own room dedicated to club gatherings, discussion, and networking. You may design it as you want so it matches your club vibe. The dormitory never sleeps. You can either study with friends, chat, play board games, or chess as if you're in a Harry Potter movie. And if you're pulling an all-nighter, you can recharge at our coffee shops. In case you feel unwell, you can receive professional help in our health center, which is also located within the dormitory walls.
With any questions, concerns on dormitory experience, student events, and non-academic activities, you can always contact us, Department of Student Service. We are located in the 7 dormitory blocks. You are welcome.
Living on campus at Nazarbayev University means you'll get comfort, community, and unforgettable experiences all in one place. This is our NU home.
Okay, hello once again, dear viewers. Thank you for being with us. Now we can continue with the presentation of Nazarbayev University. I will give you the information today about our graduate programs that we have. Actually, Nazarbayev University provides undergraduate foundation program and also master's and PhD programs. But today, online open day is related to mostly to graduate programs, because we have the deadline until February 13th for applications for full scholarships to Nazarbayev University. So, and now I will tell you about our ranking and give you the information about university. So Nazarbayev University was established in 2010. We're located in the capital of Kazakhstan, Astana city, and we are in top 400 international universities, among international universities, according to the ranking of Times Higher Education. We are number 1 according to the ranking in Central Asia, and number 4 among CIS countries and Caucasus. Also, Nazarbayev University has the following partnerships with the universities that you can see on the slide: Pennsylvania University, University of Singapore, also the Duke University, University of Pittsburgh. They are our strategic partners, and in the beginning they helped us to create our programs in order to make the appropriate quality of knowledge of our schools of Nazarbayev University. Nazarbayev University has the following accreditations that you can see on the slide: the accreditation of QAA, Quality Assurance Agency for Higher Education, the UK accreditation. Also, our schools has accreditation. For example, our foundation program is accredited by British Association of Lecturers English of Academic Purposes, BALIP, and also our Graduate School of Business has 2 accreditations: the Business Graduates Association (BGA) accreditation and the Association accreditation. Also, we have our Graduate School of Public Policy that also has 2 accreditations: European Association of Public Administration accreditation, and also the Network of Schools and Public Policy Affairs accreditation. We also accredited by the Accreditation Board for Engineering and Technology, and our Doctor of Medicine program has the Eurasian Center for Accreditation and Quality Assurance in Higher Education and Healthcare. So we are moving forward. Did you know that actually the language of instruction is English, and we have the majority of our professors are international professors. They They are coming from 62 countries all over the world, and we have 8,000 students for now, and already 12,000 graduates from Nazarbayev University. We have international students from around 36 countries. And in the next slide, you can see the information about our campus, about our dormitory. So our dormitory is like a great standard, hotel for our students. We have two placed rooms, we have family rooms, we have three place, four place, different kind of rooms. And also the price for monthly price for the dormitory starts from $40 a month. So that's a quite good price for the dormitory. And the dormitory is in the territory of the Nazarbayev University campus. We are Nazarbayev University's research university, so that is why we have more than 270 laboratories. We have laboratories not only in our schools, but also there are special laboratories for our professors for the research. And also on the next slide, you can see some pictures of our library and dormitory. You have already seen the video of our campus, of our dormitories, and we also have the cutting edge laboratories. As I mentioned, also the athletic center, sports center. In our athletic center, we have the Olympic size swimming pool. And of course, Nazarbayev University provides academic mobility programs. That is a good opportunity for our students to try to study abroad for one semester. For example, semester they can choose the university, they can choose the country. We are working with more than 50 universities all over the world. Some of universities you can see in the next slide. So there are universities of Europe, universities of Asia, for example, the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, and University of Tsinghua, and other European universities. So, and regarding the joint programs, so Nazarbayev University has joint programs. Starting from this year, we are going to have the joint program with Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, HKUST. This is dual degree program. So our students, they will have the opportunity to get dual degree diploma of Nazarbayev University and HKUST. 2 years they study in Nazarbayev University, and 2 other years they study in Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. So, and these programs are for fee paying only, but we can provide some discounts. Also, we have the joint program of master's program with SOAS University, University of London School of African Studies. And this is a great opportunity for getting the master's degree in 1 year. So the first semester they study in UK, in London, in SOAS University. The second semester they study in Nazarbayev University, Kazakhstan. So, and this program is for tuition fee. It's about 15,000 pounds. So, and regarding our tuition fees and funding opportunities, as it was mentioned during the interview with our associate provost. So we have the full scholarships. We also have the option for studying for tuition fees, of course. We provide the Abay Kunanbayev scholarship for international students. This scholarship provided by Nazarbayev University. So if you are, for example, international student, so you will take part in the competition for getting the scholarship from Nazarbayev University. But if you are local student from Kazakhstan, you are going to take part in the competition for state scholarship. So there will be different kinds of competitions. In order to get the Abay Kunanbayev scholarship, there should be the minimum requirements, and the high result, the higher result you have, the more opportunity to get the scholarships. So, and now we're switching to the master's programs. So we have our following schools. We have our graduate schools. We have our schools that provide undergraduate and master's and PhD programs. For example, we have our graduate school of business, as I mentioned. We have graduate school of public policy. We have graduate school of education. Also, we have graduate school of, so as I mentioned, public policy, and School of Engineering and Digital Science, School of Science and Humanities. We even have School of Medicine that provides the 6-year undergraduate degree programs, Doctor of Medicine programs, Master's programs, and also the residency programs. And regarding the requirements, as you can see in the table, you can see different colors. These colors, the colors of our schools, and with abbreviations. For example, if you can see SSH, it means School of Science and Humanities. The other sets, for example, School of Engineering, Digital Science. We have School of Mining, Geoscience, School of Medicine, Graduate School of Education, and so on. And here you can see the requirements. So the major requirement in order to apply for the scholarship and for fee paying should be like the minimum one, is to have the GPA from the bachelor degree, for example, for the having the undergraduate degree diploma, there should be 2.5. So this is minimum requirement in order to take part in the competition for the scholarships, or in order to apply for fee paying on fee paying basis. Also, there is written the minimum requirement for IELTS. In general, the minimum requirement in order to apply for master's programs is 6.0. But if you have the education background, for example, if you are coming from the country, English-speaking country, your education was in English, so there is no need to apply. I mean, there is no need to submit the language test. So you can just upload your diploma with your transcript, and where it will be like a proof that your education was in English. Also, for some schools, you can see that there is work experience mandatory. For some schools, it's not mandatory. And also the same with our recommendation letters. Some schools and programs, they require the recommendation letters are required for the appropriate schools and programs. And also there are requirements for standardized tests for example, JURI, GMAT, ALEX test. This is standardized additional tests that should be, for example, it depends on the program, it depends on the school. And it should be submitted. For some schools required, but for some schools, for majority of schools, the JURI, GMAT, it's just optional. So, statement of purposes, which is also important, for example, for the School of Science and Humanities. We have the Masters in Eurasian Studies and Masters of the, International Relations. And also for these schools and majors, the statement of purpose is required, and the same with the CV. And you can see by schools how the requirements are necessary to each school, and which kind of for example, majors and schools you are considering. Regarding the deadline, so here you can see the deadline, as I mentioned, for master's programs will be February 13th for international students. But if you are international student that considering, for example, the fee-paying basis education, so you still have time until June 1st. And if we talk about the PhD programs, so we have the following PhD programs that you can see on the slide. And also we have the programs in medical science. And so now we are switching to the requirements for PhD programs. Here the CGPA means the GPA of the diploma of the master's degree should be minimum 2.75. So for each school. except School of Medicine. For School of Medicine and Graduate School of Public Policy, the minimum GPA for the PhD program should be 3.0 from master's degree program. Also, the same with the IELTS. So if you are coming from the English-speaking country and your education of master's or undergraduate programs were in English, there is no need to submit the language test, language proficiency test like IELTS or TOEFL. But if you are applying through this language test, there should be like around 6.5 for the all programs except Graduate School of Education and School of Science and Humanities. Yeah, just a second. So, but yes, School of Science and Humanities is also necessary to have 6.5. So only except a Graduate School of Education. The Graduate School of Education requires 7.0 for the PhD of their programs. So these are the main requirements. You can consider the appropriate school, appropriate programs of the university and learn the required documents and required tests that will be evaluated. And also, of course, we have the interview, the admissions committee, after consideration of your documents, they can they can send you the email about the interview date and time. So, and here you can see the next slide, the deadlines for PhD programs. In general, the deadline in order to apply for the scholarships is March 3rd for all international students. In order to apply for tuition fee, it's June 1st, like to other programs. So, and following, we have our contact information. If you have any additional questions, you can find also the information on our website. You can also ask the questions from our applicant support center. So we have our email, info@admissions@nu.edu.kz, and you can send the email also. And today we are going to have our representative of the applicant support center who can answer the questions regarding the fulfilling the documents, regarding the applications, yes, and regarding, of course, the scholarships. By the way, we had before the questions about the stipend. So the stipend amount for the PhD programs, I guess, yes. So it will be 518 for currently a month. So our PhD students, they are getting monthly stipend about $518 per month. But actually, it can be every year. It can be changed. So it depends from the exchange rate or fluctuations in the regulations of the Ministry of Education and Science. But usually it can be increased every year. So now we are going to switch on to the next video, and later our international student representative of our graduate program will join us in order to answer some questions, and the representative of Applicant Support Center will also join us in order to cover your questions, and you can continue to put your questions to the chat box. Thank you, and now we are moving forward.
Welcome to the Athletic and Sports Center, where every Nazarbayev University community member can develop strength, skill, and endurance, balancing between active daily life and academic studies. This place is made for everyone to feel inspired and motivated, offering numerous opportunities to develop their skills in swimming, tennis, dancing, fencing, or find a retreat in yoga and Zumba classes. Let me take you on a tour to see what's inside. Our 50-meter pool has 10 lanes and regularly hosts student competitions. The university swim team trains here under the guidance of professional coaches. This hall is designed for football, basketball, and volleyball, It features spectator stands, creating an energetic atmosphere during student matches and trainings. Attached to the multi-purpose hall, the climbing wall is actively used by the Student Climbing Club. Routes vary in difficulty to suit all skill levels. Located on the third floor, the yoga studio is equipped with mirrors and all necessary gear for group and individual practice. Here, you can sign up to yoga, stretching, Pilates, and Zumba classes. The gymnastics hall features wall-to-wall carpet flooring and essential equipment such as mats, beams, blocks, and bars. It supports training for both beginners and advanced gymnasts. We have 2 squash courts for fast-paced racket sports. Our tennis courts provide high-quality surfaces for dedicated tennis training and play. Now, let's move on to the Sports Center, designed for versatility, team sports, and individual training. The Sports Center houses 2 large multipurpose halls used for team practices, recreational games, various martial arts, and the gym. This area offers cardio machines, strength equipment, and free weights, ideal for students training independently or with coaches. Equipped with punching bags, gloves, and mats, the boxing room is perfect for sparring and technical drills. Students practice speed, precision, and reaction in the fencing hall, guided by experienced instructors. Our dance studio features professional flooring, mirrors, and sound systems, hosting a variety of dance and movement classes. Together, the athletic and sports centers create the perfect environment for staying active, building strength, or balancing life. Whether you want to play your favorite sport, try something new, or simply keep moving, this is the place to push further, train smarter, and grow stronger.
So, hi everyone, thank you for staying on our online open day interview. Now we have our other speakers. We have our international student from Pakistan. His name is Sakib. He's the student of the Graduate School of Education. And we also have our representative of the Applicant Support Center, who is always in touch with our students, with our parents. So she's very experienced, and she's here to cover your questions. So you can still put your questions to the chat, and also if you have any questions to our student, you can also put that the questions. So, dear Sakib, you are studying on the educational leadership program. So, can you please explain how does this program help you practically and practical in leadership and management skills? How can you describe this?
Okay. Thank you for having me and giving this opportunity to share my experience with the applicants and who are interested. So first of all, our program have 3 specializations at Graduate School of Education. The MSc is a low residency program. It is not full-time, but we are supposed to come on campus for 4 times in a year to have on-campus classes. And otherwise, if someone is doing job or he is in a professional life, he can carry on. So it is a great opportunity for the employees, the practitioner who want to study at Nazarbayev University, they can join our program. This is a very unique program, and it gives opportunity to carry on your professional life as well as to gain theoretical life and enhance your portfolio, your qualifications. And also our school is the high rank school globally, and the top ranked school of Nazarbayev University as well. According to the Times Higher Education ranking, it is from 170 to 200.
Yeah,
it is a big deal.
Yes.
And
useful.
In MSc Educational Leadership, we have 3 specializations. First is higher education, other is school education, and the third one is inclusive education. So you can choose the track interest according to the field, the profession in which you want to be an educational leader. You can choose your specialization according to your interest. And the program is very practical in nature and very creative. It is not just studying and stopping at the theories, but it is very practical in nature. Like in classroom, we are just not just studying the theories and the theoretical uh, 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 articles and stuff, but we are sometimes students have to lead the class. We are not just listening to the professor, but we have a responsibility to lead the class. We play different role plays, like how it works in actual, in real world, and in classroom. Like there is no difference in MSc educational leadership. For example, it was interesting, like how the budget is allocated in higher education, how ministry deal with this issue, because everyone is asking for more money from the ministry, and we have this role play in our class, like to speak for our right. Like a class was divided into different groups, like one group of students was representing ministry, one student group was representing university, one was as a public, one was as a student, and everyone has to speak for his right. He has to speak for his voice, like what he wants and why he wants. Like you have to experience this real leadership rather than like just studying theories. So it is very practical in nature. Like, and also we have this amazing opportunity in MSc. Like we were taught by the best practitioner, not just professors. But for example, when we were studying the course management in higher education, the governance in higher education, the fundamentals in higher education, we were lucky enough to have former education minister of Kazakhstan and executive vice president for NU, Professor Azlan Saranjipov. Like he is not a professor, but he has enough experience to deliver. So this is a good norm in MSc educational leadership. For example, when we have some specific topic in a course, like if we want to look at how HR is working in the university, how finance is managed in the university. So we have this guest lecture. For example, HR director from Nazarbayev University will come to deliver the lecture, and we have opportunity to answer the to ask the question from him, from his experience. So in many ways, this program is very unique and very creative and very practical to give the first-hand information to the student to not just learn the leadership, but to practice it.
So this is very like open answer. This is the great example of how you can use your opportunity and how can you apply your knowledge in real life. I mean, your project knowledge that you are getting, the research that you are making, and also like professional settings that you can apply in real life, right? Thank you so much. And what about the how international is your cohort? I mean, the diversity of your, I mean, in your learning experience and research. So I know that we have a great community of students from Pakistan here.
Yes. So in my cohort, it is very diverse and very international. For example, we have students from Pakistan, from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Russia, from Uzbekistan, from Kyrgyzstan. So it is very international.
Very international,
So 6-7 countries in one class. And according to the diversity, it is very diverse from many aspects, like from the academic background. We have classmates from STEM subjects, from non-STEM, from business, from languages, from engineering. It is very diverse. And also there is no restriction to apply in this program, like you have you should have specific background. And also the program, our cohort is very diverse from the professional. Like we have administrator, we have educators, we have practitioners. So this diversity and international uh, cohort is the, I guess, it is the most important and useful part of my learning experience, because when we are discussing a reform or policy in class, we are not just getting it from one perspective.
Yeah.
If students from 7 countries are there, they have different contexts, because education is very context sensitive. They have different lived experience. They have different backgrounds. So we are not getting it from just one perspective, but we are getting it and we are analyzing it from 6 to 7 different perspectives, different contexts and backgrounds. So everyone is bringing something unique, something different on the table in the classroom to discuss. And also, it is very important and crucial. For example, one policy or reform is working very well in one context, but it may worse or not functional in other country. So it is very sportive and useful to have this diverse cohort.
Okay, thank you so much. And how can you describe the student life? I mean, both socially, academically, for the graduate students.
And so I would say, like, student life at NU is really exciting. And it is very hard to choose what not to do at NU. In NU, I'm living with my wife. We both are students here. And it is really difficult to choose what not to do, because every day there are a lot of events from 120 plus student club, from events from library, from writing center, from and these unique events from student government, grad union, and like the events like Astana Bal. And
We even have our cinemas here.
Yes,
in the
and very cultural events, cultural exchange programs from the international office, international association association of students, international students. They are having these awards on Wednesday. International students have opportunity to showcase their culture to the NGO community. So it is really exciting. Although the academic life is constantly engaging, demanding, but social life is really exciting and very enriched.
It's a really dynamic life. So you described that really dynamic, not only for students of undergraduate, but also for masters and PhD students, for graduate students. It's really interesting, and everything is on our campus. Our campus is very well equipped. We have, like, in our huge campus, and also we have lots of buildings of the dormitories that can be connected with the main buildings through our skywalks. And so Sakib, actually I wanted you to share your experience in applying during the, you are studying here for the scholarship, as I understand. So how did you apply, for the scholarship here, and why have you chosen the Nazarbayev University?
So I'm the second year master student, and after this 2 year experience, I must admit that when I was applying for these scholarships to the different countries, and I get offers, different offers. I have opportunities in hand from China, from Russia, and NU as well. And I choose NU because of the nature and the program, like MSc Educational Leadership in Higher Education, because it was more appealing to me and for my future career goals. And after these 2 years, I must say, like, I'm on the right place.
Yes.
I choose the best.
Definitely.
And NU, the student support we get from our peers, from local students, from our professors, from university top leadership, is exceptional. I would say like I'm in touch with students in many countries, and I feel luxury like the student support we are getting here at NU is not available to everyone. So I must say like choose the best.
Thank you so much, dear Sakib, for your opinion and for such very informative answers to my questions. These really very deep answers. Thank you so much. And now I think that we can switch on to our questions from the audience that we have. So, okay, just let me ask. The first question. I'm from Pakistan, which is not English language country, but my education is from university where medium of instruction is English. So can I exempt from submitting IELTS if I submit medium of instruction certificate? Okay, so actually you can upload your diploma and transcript because anyways our admissions office, they will consider this. And also regarding this, maybe Jansaya will give the full answer, yes, regarding them. So here is written that the medium of instruction is English. How can we consider that?
Yeah, you might be exempt from submitting IELTS results if your previous degree was earned in English. And in order to submit your application, you have to provide a confirmation from your university. It can be certificate. And if you upload it, you might be exempt from submitting IELTS results.
Yeah, so you just need to upload them. If you have any additional questions, you can ask from our applicant support center.
I may add from Pakistani point of view, like he or she can get English proficiency certificate from the university. So they will issue on official letterhead, a template like this degree was taught in English. So it will be helpful.
Yes, the letter from the university will be really helpful for our admissions office to consider. But they will not ask additional questions from you. For you, it's will be more easier. Thank you so much, dear Sakib. So Sakib is very experienced in uploading the documents for applications. So thank you so much. Okay, and the next question is IELTS mandatory for SETS master program? So actually IELTS mandatory for all programs, and as I mentioned before, it's if you have like the background education in English, you can be exempted. I mean, you have the exemption from the language test. In this case, you have to provide your transcript, diploma, and letter from the university. So, and I would like to move to the questions that we had with when we were speaking with Professor. Okay. After applying for an MSc program, when will the results be out and when are we to arrive in the country? So it's yes, dear Jansaya, regarding the results, we have the deadline. For example, if we talk about the scholarships, so this is a competition, we have the deadline until February 13th. Then we have around like 1 month or more for getting the results from the admissions committee, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, you will be invited to the interview first, and then results will be available approximately in April, May.
It's connected with the scholarships, but if you're applying for tuition fee, so the results will be like in 1 or 2
it
couple
depends
of weeks.
when you
It depends.
Yeah,
Okay.
when you're submitting your application.
But actually the consideration of the documents for tuition fee is much faster than for the scholarships, because during the scholarship there is a huge competition where all the results are considered by the admissions committee, and when it takes time when they take the decision, and also it takes time to make the interview for all candidates. That is why actually we can say, just definitely we can say that May will be appropriate time in order to know the results of the competition. But actually we sometimes have someone who are on our waiting list, and our waiting list is moving, and it can be moved until August. So the education in Nazarbayev University starts from the, I think, middle of the August, yes, and until this time, the waiting list can be moved. But if the waiting list is not moving, our admissions office, they can send you the email that you can still apply for tuition fee, and you can apply for tuition fee also. So, and moving to the next question, just a second. I am an Indian based in Almaty, already pursuing PhD in AI from one of the universities in India, but want to join NU. What will be the process? So yes, you can apply. The process is just you have to have your IELTS, or if you have, you can make the exemption if you have the appropriate diploma, education background in English, as it was mentioned. You can upload your CV. You can, first of all, you create your personal account, as all our applicants do. We have our portal, admissions portal, admissions.nu.edu.kz. You make registration through the portal, and after that, after registration, you creating your personal account. In your personal account, you can see the instructions, you can see the application form. You first of all have to submit, fulfill your application form, and then you are uploading your documents in appropriate fields like CV, and also you have to put the information about those who give you recommendation letters, and also you're uploading your statement of purposes, everything that is necessary, even your work experience confirmation, the letter from the company where you work, like the confirmation, and also your diplomas and transcripts. So this is a standard application process. You're creating personal account, uploading your documents, and submit your documents. So this is the standard one, and you will be considered. If you consider the scholarships, you put tick in the application form that you are applying to the scholarship. If you're considering tuition fee education, you put tick in the field in your application form that you are considering the tuition fee education. So now we're moving to the next question. So I have applied for a PhD, and I want to know when I will get a response, and I want to know how much stipends do PhD students receive, how is that being paid, other graduate assistantship opportunities, how can we meet with faculty members. So lots of questions, but actually we covered some questions already. So we have, as I mentioned before in the beginning, maybe you joined later. So for those who joined us later, I wanted to mention that this year we have 200 scholarships for PhD programs, and you can apply for the scholarships in standard way through our admissions portal. And regarding the stipends, so if you're getting the scholarships, you're getting the monthly stipends to your like bank account, to your card. So and you just share the information. This will be after getting the scholarship, so you can give your card number details in order our financial office will send you the monthly stipends, and also other graduate assistantship opportunities. So this is interesting about the assistantship opportunities. If we talk about the research opportunities, you can be the research assistant. So this is a good opportunity to work for you. So, and our professors can support you, and you can help them, and this can be like your job, and you will get the monthly payment for being the RA, research assistant. So, and the monthly payment for PhD students is about $1,000 per month for being the research assistant. And actually our, if I'm not mistaken, Sakib, correct me if I'm wrong, our master's students, they can also work and get the monthly payment, right?
Yes.
Okay, so as I understand, our, for example, master students, they can become the teacher assistants, and they can have payment around $500.
For teaching assistant, I guess it's less, but
Mhm.
for a research assistant, they are hired like the contract is as a part-time,
Okay.
and the payment is around $500.
Okay, I see. So it depends on which, so they can be teacher assistants or research assistants
Assistant,
on
yeah.
part-time. Okay, so this is really, I guess it's very useful for our students to have. For example, if you have the stipend, you can also work. This is a good opportunities also. And one question is, good day, thank you so much for information. I have a question about PhD in BA. So business administration. Is it required GMAT if I have more 15 years experience in financial industry and have master's degree from US-based university? So regarding the GMAT requirement for a business administration, maybe
Yes,
Zhensaya will answer.
for particularly for this program, it's required to submit GMAT or GRE tests.
Okay,
For
for business administration
yeah.
PhD.
For
So-
others, it's optional.
But if they have degree from US, there is no need to submit the language test. Yes, but GMAT should be submitted. Okay. And yes, you have a good experience in the industry, so 15 years, but it should be it's like minimum 3 years, if I'm not mistaken, for business
PhD.
PhD. Yes.
Yes,
Mhm.
3 years.
Okay. The next one. So I have 4 masters of computer science. I'm gold medalist and have a good CGPA and have 1.5 years of work experience. However, I don't have IELTS. So is there any extra points for IELTS? So if you don't have IELTS, but actually your language should be like, your education language should be English, or if you live in the like English language speaking country, so education background should be English, and you have to prove that, and there is no need to submit the language test. But if you are local and you have graduated local university, for example, with English language of instruction, there is no need also to upload the IELTS results. You can be exempted. You just can give the letter from the university. So we have some universities with English language of instruction. So and for local students, it also works. The next one. Okay. So the next one was regarding the grants for MSc program. Let me just tell you one more time. We have different kind of grants, scholarships. We have state scholarship. We have a Bicon and Bio scholarship. State scholarship. This is the competition process for in order to get the state scholarship. It's for local students. The Bicon and Bio scholarship is provided to international students. Also, they have their own competition, but this scholarship is covered by Nazarbayev University. So for our talented students, and the requirements are the same for masters and PhD programs are the same for scholarships and for tuition fees. The main difference is on the deadline. So the deadline in order to apply for master's programs, February 13th, for PhD programs, March 3rd. This is for the scholarships. If we talk about the tuition fee payment for all programs for international students, the deadline is June 1st. But because of the visa issues and it's take time to get the visa. But if your country doesn't need any visa to Kazakhstan, so you can still have time until July 24th in order to apply to on fee paying basis to Nazarbayev University. So now next question is, what are common bureaucratic and website related issues related to housing registration, class sign-up payments, rent? I ask because I studied abroad and these issues made my time there difficult. So actually, it's not actually so hard bureaucratic, but yes, for example, when you apply, you are getting the scholarship, you approve your offer, and after that, our admissions office, they share with you the contacts of the necessary departments. First of all, the Department of Students Services. They can give you support with them making the contract with the dormitory. Of course, the dormitory is given for everyone, especially for international students and for students from other regions of Kazakhstan. So, and you are making the contract. You can even such kind of opportunity. You can choose how much beds should be in the room. So you can choose like family rooms. You can if you are coming with your family for master's programs, you can choose the two bedrooms, two place rooms, three place rooms, and so on. It depends. But we always have places in the dormitories. The only thing that you can make is to make the contract with Department of Student Services. After that, you are also getting at the same time, you are getting the contacts of the Office of Internationalization that can give you support. So you can send them email and you can request for the invitation letter that you need for the visa, for example, for getting the visa, and they will provide you this invitation letter. And even they can provide our international students support by, they can meet you in the airport, they can help you with the registration processes and so on. They can actually support you. So we have the academic advising office regarding the courses. So if you have any questions in order which kind of major would you like to choose or change, you can ask your questions, and you can also have great advice from our academic advising office. And also we have our office of the registrar, where all your documents will be saved. I mean, all your diplomas are in our office of the registrar. And if you have any questions regarding the registration processes, so you are also can ask them. So actually, these processes were made in order to make the study processes easier. I mean, this process easier for all the students who are just starting their education. So maybe Sakib, maybe you can share anything at the beginning, how it was. So maybe someone met you in the airport, I mean, from the university. How can you describe that? Yeah.
So regarding the question, like there is no such bureaucratic procedures, and everything is digitalized. You are working with your corporate email, and when you get admitted, when you get offer letter, after that there is a one single guide document in a PDF with all the necessary and useful information. What are the steps? What documents would I need? And a checklist, what I should do, like how to submit my medical form, how to submit my DOM application.
Very useful,
yes. And everything like which I required. What documents should I send to the international office for getting visa invitation? And international office is very cooperative. Even like they will receive you from airport. Like there is initiative from first friend, like one local student and one international colleague will come to receive a chocolate. It is very sweet and amazing experience. And also after that, like with bank account and other stuff to getting in number and everything, like international offices, they are always approachable and very supportive, and they will provide complete information. Even if you are, they will arrange a trip to bazaar. Like when the winter is approaching, they will arrange a bazaar trip for international students, like how to get stuff for the winter.
Really very supportive and useful.
Very supportive.
So don't worry about that. So we will care you, and Spive University will care about the students, of course, first of all. So the next question, if you are selected for a scholarship, does it include your accommodation? So the scholarship is not covers the accommodation. So your education will be covered through the scholarship, and also medical insurance will be covered, and that's it. So you are paying for the dormitory. Dormitory actually starts from $40, and it depends from the room, and so the minimum price for the dormitory is monthly is $40 on monthly basis. So the next question, are there any statistics on the average GMAT and GRE scores of master students who received grants? I'm not sure about, so do we have any statistics on our website?
Unfortunately, no, because it's not required for most of the programs.
Yeah,
and we
only
don't
for
have
some programs,
yeah.
right?
we
And
don't have
but
minimum requirement.
actually, for minimum requirement, it's okay. It's do they get the scholarship? Do they still have opportunity if they have the minimum requirement for GRE, GMAT?
We don't have any minimum requirements for GRE or GMAT. It should be competitive, and it's not required for most of the programs. However, if it's optional, like you can upload it if you have it, and it will help you to be more competitive.
Okay, so I see. I think that the question was meant whether GRE GMAT plays a huge role in this competition selection. So, but yeah, it plays. So it like plays the role, but it will be considered. But I think that the everything depends on interview. I guess so, because it's like second step in order to make decision, right, by the admissions committee. Okay, so I think that we finished with our questions. So, and yeah, we covered the and the master's programs. So, dear viewers, thank you for being with us. If you still have any questions, you can put we still have time to read your questions, okay? But actually I think that to summarize as today's online open day, it was really informative, I guess so. And I think the viewers will agree with me in this case, because thank you for being so active. Thank you, dear Sakib. Thank you, dear Jansaya, for sharing with your experience, for giving the answers. And of course, we at the beginning we had our associate provost Dr. Luis Rojas, who shared the great information with us about the master's and PhD programs. And hopefully my presentation was useful regarding the requirements that we have. So thank you so much. And this video will be uploaded to our YouTube channel. Actually, in our YouTube channel, we have other online open days events. We used to conduct this online open day event every month. This month we made that at the beginning earlier because we have deadline on February 13th for them scholarships of for the master's programs. You still have time. You can apply. If you have any questions, please put the questions to the email, send us to the email regarding the process of application. And thank you so much for joining. Have a good day, and see you in the next online open day that will be conducted, by the way, on March 13th. So goodbye.